The night, the lake, took their breath. Imagine waking up in a place where every sound has disappeared. No voices, no animals, no footsteps, just silence. On August 21st, 1986, night fell over a remote valley in northwestern Cameroon. The villages surrounding Lake Nyos were small and peaceful. Families ate their evening meals. Farmers returned home. Children went to sleep. The lake rested quietly inside an ancient volcanic crater. Nothing about it looked dangerous. The water was calm. The air was cool. And the people nearby had seen this lake every day of their lives. But that night, something beneath the surface was changing. At around 9 o'clock, some villagers heard a strange rumbling in the distance. It sounded like rocks falling from a mountain. Then, a pale mist began to rise above the lake. It did not look like smoke. There were no flames. No explosion lit the sky. The mist slowly spread over the water and began moving toward the valleys below. Most people never saw it coming. Inside their homes, families suddenly became weak. Some felt dizzy. Others lost consciousness before they could understand what was happening. There was no time to run. There was nothing they could fight. And within minutes, entire homes became completely still. The strange cloud continued downhill, following the shape of the land. It passed through fields, farms, and villages. Wherever it traveled, people collapsed. Cattle fell where they stood. Birds dropped from trees. And then, as quietly as it had arrived, the cloud moved on. The next morning, the sun rose over a world that looked almost normal. The houses were still standing. The roads were untouched. The trees had not burned. There were no signs of war, fire, or a violent storm. But the villages were silent. People were found in their beds. Families were found together inside their homes. Animals lay motionless across the fields. Some survivors woke hours later, confused and weak. Many could not remember what had happened. They had simply lost consciousness and awakened in a village where almost everyone they knew was gone. No one understood it. How could so many people die in a single night? Without an attack, without visible injuries, and without their homes being damaged. Some believed the lake had been cursed. Others feared that a secret weapon had been released over the valley. Scientists arrived to investigate, but even they were confused. The lake looked calm, yet its water had changed color, becoming dark and reddish. Something had happened there. Something powerful enough to kill entire villages. Then, the investigators began to understand the truth. The killer had not come from the sky. It had come from deep beneath the water. For years, volcanic activity below Lake Nyos had been feeding carbon dioxide into the bottom of the lake. Because the lake was extremely deep, the enormous pressure kept the gas trapped and dissolved in the water, like gas sealed inside a bottle. Year after year, more carbon dioxide collected below the surface. From above, the lake looked peaceful, but underneath, it was slowly becoming a loaded weapon. The trapped carbon dioxide rushed upward and burst out of the lake in an enormous, invisible cloud. Carbon dioxide has no color, and in high concentrations, it can cause a person to lose consciousness very quickly. It's also heavier than ordinary air. At least 1,700 people had died. Thousands of animals were also gone. The event became known as the Lake Nyos disaster, one of the strangest and deadliest natural disasters ever recorded. Years later, engineers installed special pipes inside the lake. These pipes slowly release carbon dioxide from the deep water before it can build up to dangerous levels again. Today, Lake Nyos is still there. It looks quiet, beautiful, almost harmless, but beneath its surface is a reminder of what happened that night. A reminder that danger does not always roar. Sometimes it does not burn. It does not shake the ground. It does not even make a sound. Sometimes the deadliest thing in the valley is the one no one can see. And on one night in 1986, the sleeping lake silently took the breath of all.